Hey y'all, what's it like spending summer days in my butterfly garden? It's pretty fabulous. The main work of getting the garden together at this point is usually done, and I spend most of my time maintaining, which includes deadheading, what I do have in my garden, and of course, adding more flowers. I do a lot of online searching for different plants to add. I like to try ordering from different companies like Romance Gardens, which yes, I did place another order from them. And I love observing like what flowers butterflies like. Now right now is surprisingly not very active in my garden except for the bird. There's a monarch, there's a few golf fritillaries and zebra longwings flying around. It's interesting how day to day the activity level can change too. I do a lot of potting, and look how pretty this is. So I have new guys ready to come along and fill in. Okay, y'all, there is a new Polydama swallowtail in my garden. Now I say new because there's this other one that has been visiting every day and it's pretty ragged looking. That's the one that laid all the eggs. But now this one right here is fresh and new looking. So I'm gonna go take some pictures of this one. Look how beautiful. And I'll be right back. This is another fun thing I do on my summer days. I take a lot of pictures. Most of those pictures get posted on my Facebook page. I check on the health of my plants and see if anybody's doing anything new. Like this guy right here has been in this wetland garden since I put in the wetland garden, and it has not done anything, and now it and all of its friend plants are all doing something. So this is an Orangium integrifolium, and it is finally sending up these tall shoots, which hopefully, if all goes well, it will bloom. And it has the most incredible blue little round flowers that it produces, and I love them. That's what made me fall in love with them and add it to my garden. I have 3 of them, and none of them have bloomed since I put them in. The other one is right here over in the garden where I have my climbing aster and my sleepy hibiscus. So, oh my gosh, when these things bloom, you're going to be seeing it. Probably a lot. You'll probably be tired of it. Look at this adorable little pollinator on my clustered bushmint. Yay, clustered bushmint doing his thing. Pollinator favorite. Go get some. Plant them in your garden. They're incredible. And they get covered in little poof balls, which is an adorable feature to have in your butterfly garden. Look, my little spanworm moth is visiting my Rudbeckia mollis. Yay, Rudbeckia mollis. Florida native wildflower, serving its purpose. These guys host on snowbush. And you know, that's another thing I love about summertime in my garden. There's much less work and more enjoyment and learning. seeing who's new and researching them and learning a little bit about them. I love that. I love that so much. And then sharing it with you, I love that. Let's go have a check-in on the caterpillars that are out here on my pipe vine. When they're out here, like, they can wander anywhere. But it looks like there's some right there. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, I love them. They're starting to split off in little groups because a little further down the vine, you can see another little cluster of them. Now that we're in the true heat of summer, we're getting those regular daily downpours that are common in Florida. Ringo just ran into me. That are common in Central Florida. So that just happened. And it's really nice because plants love rainwater so much better than hose or well water. And when I water, it's hose water. I hand water everything, but I've not been having to do that as frequently. And so it's quite nice to spend my time just looking and exploring instead of worrying about making sure everything has been watered. My cut leaf coneflowers have buds on them. The starry rosinweed that I transplanted is looking like it's going to be just fine and has a bud on it. So I'm super excited that worked out. And it just started raining. Woohoo! So I'm going to run in and wait for it to settle out, and I'll be back out. This is a common summertime thing, but I love it, and my garden loves it too. I'm actually standing under my bald cypress tree, and it does a fantastic job working as a shelter. That I'm standing under it and I'm not getting wet, and look what's happening in my garden right now. And that's something. Don't you love the gorilla cart right in the middle of where I'm filming? These are cactus flowered zinnias, one of my favorite types of zinnias. And I'm so glad they're blooming. So it's already letting up. I didn't even have to go in, actually. I just stayed under the bald cypress. So right here, I have my little bag, and it is to collect the seeds for my aquatic milkweed, or Asclepias perennis. So you can see 2 of the pods have fallen off. I have to put those on there because they'll pop open quick, or those little milkweed bugs will come along and they'll eat right through and start eating and mess up the seed production system. I'm still loving this little garden walkway. It's really, really growing in. Let's walk down here. The, oh, what's it called? Mimosa. Something mimosa is growing in nicely down here. I love it. You can use that as a ground cover. And I'm gonna, I think, put some out in the field outside my garden fence. Sunshine mimosa, that's what it is. Look, there's more filling in there. I love that. I love how frilly. I don't have one that's blooming right now. They get these cute little pink puffballs. I've shown them to you before. It's a fabulous plant. And now that my papaya tree is growing from down low, it like blocks a lot. But that's okay. It really does super give a tropical feel. So I'll take that. Something I very regularly do is just pull the branches down for my wild lime and just look for eggs or possibly baby giant swallowtail caterpillars, and try not to get poked, scratched, or prodded by the thorns. Yesterday I was looking and I found 2 babies. They were hatched. So that was fun. I took them in. The mamas like to lay the eggs on this new growth. So that's what I check. It makes it easy to check. You don't have to look over the whole plant, just the ends of the branches. I didn't find any eggs there, but let's go check the potted tree house. Maybe there's some eggs up on my wild limes there. Maybe even better, a zebra swallowtail egg on my pawpaw trees that are up there. This is actually one of my favorite things to do in my butterfly garden. Hunt for caterpillars and eggs. I also love photographing the butterflies. We stopped in the garden room to get my pruners. I did find another pair of the house and garden pruners that I got. I'll link them below. Actually, you know where I'm going to link them now? I'm going to start linking things that I show in the video in a pinned comment, which will show up right under this video while you are watching it, or in the comments section. So when you go down to post a comment, you'll see it, because the description box is getting harder and harder to find. And I'll say, oh, it's in the description. Well, yeah, but how do you find it? Like, you have to click more and open something and click more again. So I'll make it easy for you. This will be linked in the pinned comment. And yes, these are affiliate links. And yes, I'm so grateful when you guys use my links. I love it. This one, Amazon links, and Joyful Butterfly. Man, y'all come through on the Joyful Butterfly. I love it. My potted trees sure have grown. This is a wild black cherry tree. Wild black cherry tree. Pawpaw. 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 This is a wafer ash. I want to say this is a wild black cherry. I think this is a spice bush, which somebody was just telling me in a comment that spice bush prefers sun, and my one that's in the ground is in the shade. But this one up here gets a lot of sun, so we'll see how happy it is being up here. It doesn't have any signs of caterpillars on it though. It does look like it needs a drink. Maybe I'll move this down so I can keep a better eye on it, because I really, really want those spice bush caterpillars. Okay, let's check the wild lime. What's nice about up here is I'm taller than the wild limes, so it makes it easier to look. Now see that little thing with the green dot? That's a spider, and he's not good. Is it the green link spider? Is that who that is? I'll have to look him up. But he'll eat the eggs and the baby caterpillars. So, like, sometimes when I find them, I just snip the part they're off and toss it. But I know everything has its purpose. Wouldn't it be something if we were up here and we just found like a full growing giant swallowtail caterpillar? Are y'all looking? Do you see any eggs? You see any caterpillars? It's kind of nice, just slowly flying over the wild lime with y'all. It's pretty quiet. There's some birds chirping in the background. I do not see any. Ugh. And I've released a good number of them. But nothing to be found up here, unless you all saw something that I didn't see. If you did, let me know in the comments. Here's my garden. There's my red trash can with the remnants of my fallen over, snapped in half papaya tree in it. There's a nice steady breeze today. There's enough clouds that I still get bits of sunshine, but then right when it gets just a little bit too much, a beautiful cloud comes along and saves the day. I also have a small flowered pawpaw in a pot up here. Here's a look at my shade garden. My beautyberry is getting huge. It's got a few flowers on the top. The maypop incense is growing all over the place in my potted tree house, and I love it. I haven't been bringing in any golf fritillary or zebra longwing caterpillars to raise because the population is doing so well on its own. I'm just letting my garden do its thing. Here's a closer look at the beautyberry flowers. My split leaf is leaning out, blocking my walkway again. That's okay, that's easy enough to fix. There's all sorts of little birds in my garden. Like these guys up here, they're adorable. I have no idea who they are. And look at my pots of zinnias. They are really popping up. So I've been thinning this pot out a little. And look at these guys over here. I'm ready to move this pot down and put it in my garden somewhere. And I got some new seeds that I'm gonna pot up and put out here to grow once I move these ones out. And look at my swamp milkweeds growing back. These ones were munched down by caterpillars. They're in pots. I've got some random zinnias coming up out here too in my area where I have things growing. And I've got to do a lot of work potting up. Look, here's a starry rosinweed that's ready to up pot and get in the garden. There's some munch spots on this milkweed that's right here. And there's a little baby monarch caterpillar. And here's my baby polydamas caterpillars that are in the lepidarium. I also have my tiny, tiny baby eastern black swallowtail caterpillars. There's 3 of them, and I'm gonna go get them some fresh fennel cuttings. Top off their water. Oh my gosh, it looks like there's 4 of them. Well, isn't that fabulous? Here I thought I had 3, but there's 4. I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna go get some more cuttings for them. Here's a sweet little giant swallowtail caterpillar on wild lime cutting. I turned the light on so you can see these guys better. These are the polydamas. I love their little orange spiky spikes. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. There, here's a little better look at the eastern black swallowtails. All 4 of them. Okay, let me go get them a cutting. I decided to refill completely with fresh water. The water I have in this little squeezy container is rainwater, so, you know, only the best. At least I try. Since I have more, I had to take the little lid off because the opening doesn't have that much room for all those stems. And I could just put the stems in the water, but I like to plug it with a paper towel in case any of those babies decide to wander down. I wouldn't want any of them to drown, so this way they can't get into the water. And there are their fresh cuttings. Look at this little polydamas down on the end. I think he just molted. He's all alone at the very end of this stem. So it looks like one of our fabulous afternoon storms is getting ready to blow in. I'm going to go in my garden room and do a little potting, and then I'm going to start editing this video. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me on a lazy day, just exploring in my butterfly garden. You can have one of these too. It's not hard. And let me tell you, it brings me such joy to have a place that's pure escape right outside your back door. So if you want to know more and you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel, because that's pretty much all we do here is butterfly gardening. And if you enjoyed this video, tap the like button. And if you want to support everything that I'm doing here on my YouTube channel, then join the Milkweed Crew. And check my pinned comment for links to everything important. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.